and I was presenting in front of an audience of 2,000 leaders. So for me to be able to go on stage and to be the only woman and member of my global team to present there was very special. Get yourself out there, get yourself seen and heard.
I can already name a few of your achievements from our conversation, but in your own words, what are your proudest achievements in your journey so far?
Yes, it definitely one of my highlights was during my first year of my current company. We had a very interesting engagement with one of the largest car brands in the world, and it was tricky because the stakeholders, of course, have high standards. But I wanted to make sure that even though they had high standards, I was building rapport with them. So there was this one director, and he was not easily persuaded, but I still wanted to have a 5-minute virtual coffee with him. And within those 5 minutes of coffees, even though they were brief 5-minute catch-up, I was assuring him like, hey, you can trust our team. We are there to help you achieve your outcome. And it were 2 quick coffee breaks with him, but those coffee breaks actually made it happen that at the end, when we finished the project, he was actually mentioning my name to the president. And with that, I was actually the one being promoted to present on stage. And this was in Las Vegas, and I was presenting in front of an audience of 2,000 leaders.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I love it how one thing can lead to another. And I love your initiative and also going back to building trust and building rapport. How do you do that so, to what I can see from outside perspective, so easily?
It's not always easy and not always comfortable. So of course you have to be a little bit discerning, like, is there a little bit click, a lot of click, or no click, right? So with the director, I sense a little bit click, so I try to make that click a little bit more clickier. So I think it's also really trusting your gut feel, like, is there a potential to report? And if there is, see if there is this window of mutual connection you can work on. And also seeing the person for really a person with his own ambitions and dreams, and finding the human connection there.
And going back to what you mentioned earlier about this conference in Las Vegas, can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so that's a yearly sales kickoff of my company, and every year 7,000 employees go there to get their sales strategy presented. So for me to be able to go on stage and to be the only woman and member of my global team to present there was very special, because it also ensured that my team got global visibility.
I think this is one of your greatest leadership skills that I see in you over and over again, that you're never all for yourself. You don't think about just yourself, but you look out for other people so that you can grow together. You always want to make other people shine as well, not just you. And maybe I want to hear more about that part too.
Yeah, it's once you're together with other people who are also keen into growth and development, that's how you're actually also accelerating each other. And it becomes actually a very fun thing, because you can encourage each other, you can support each other. And I love it. The fact that I have met MJ already showed that she's also into growth and development. And when you're with the right people, things become easy. So that's also why I love to be in such environments and communities. I think it's so beautiful if you can build each other, because that's really great.
Yeah, I totally agree, because it's not always about competition. I see how things work as more of collaboration and cooperation, and build on that mutual foundation. I think when you have that mindset.
Yeah.
And I really love that about you.
Thank you.
So I think you're doing really well as an Asian woman leader. And honestly, I haven't come across many Asian leaders working in Europe. And that's something I'm actually lacking because I want to be able to see and learn from their trajectory. So, for those people who are watching this and who want to become a leader themselves and feel quite stuck about that, do you have any advice for those?
Yes, absolutely. Find your community. For me, it was also because finally, 3 years ago, I thought I'm going to join Toastmasters. And then I got into this warm bath where everyone is into growth and development. So find your community where people are actually already programmed to support each other, to be ambitious and to have goals. And then within that environment, challenge yourself. And really, what that lady said 10 years ago in Hong Kong, if you want to be a good leader, you also have to master the art of landing your message with conviction and influence, so it gets people excited. So communication skills, speaking with impact is so important, and also especially for Asian ladies, because it's easy to still have that stereotype that we don't speak up. So actually take this challenge and speak up, get yourself out there, get yourself seen and heard.
I love that point. Finding the environment or community where you can be supported and grow together. If I'm really honest here, it's not always easy to find that kind of environment in your job.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need to really put yourself out there to find that environment or community for yourself to learn and grow. And for me, that's the Toastmaster and also the networking events that we sometimes go together. And there I am really learning a lot, actually, and also learning from you as well. And anything else, any other advice that you would like to share?
During COVID, it became very easy. We were all working remotely with Zoom or Microsoft Teams to stay in your comfortable home outfit. But really, the moment you switch on your virtual conference, show up and dress up. Because you're making a mental boundary for yourself, like, hey, now I'm in my working mode. But also, subconsciously and consciously, you're elevating yourself, like, hey, I'm presentable. And your colleagues, they will pick it up. And it's also a tribute and honor to yourself to show up and dress up to be in your career tiger mode.
Just like how you're dressed today. It's not always that we need to look pretty or perfect, but appearance does matter, especially in a business environment.
Yep.
And also it does to your mental state, when you're putting on your best attire to important meetings and job interviews and whatnot, it does give you a confidence boost.
Absolutely, I agree here. And there's one book I've read a couple of years ago. It's called Rejection Proof by Jia. And that book also was so inspiring to me because in that book, his philosophy was to become so used and comfortable to rejection that you become invincible. Because the moment you are not afraid of rejection anymore, your fear for it dissolves, and then you can try to pursue anything you want.
I think this is what I needed to hear. Fear of rejection is very real for me, and I'm always afraid of getting a no from anyone. And job applications and reaching out to people, what if they say no? But then what do you have to lose if you get a no? If you get a no, just move on and pursue other opportunities. And I think when you overcome that little barrier, there is a range of great opportunities out there waiting for you.
Absolutely, yeah. So that book was very inspiring, and I think for everyone who just has a little bit of fear of rejection, that book is an eye-opener.
I haven't read it, but I'm gonna read it now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you overcame the fear of rejection?
Absolutely not. It's still uncomfortable. It's do it despite feeling very, very uncomfortable. Keep doing it and it's still uncomfortable, but you never know whether the outcome will be surprising to you.
And also, speaking of being uncomfortable, getting out of your comfort zone is where real growth happens.
Absolutely.
I've experienced that myself, and I try to challenge myself by asking myself, are you being too comfortable in where you are now? What are some challenges that you can actively seek out for yourself?
Yeah. And there's this one quote is so amazing. Everything you wanted is on the other side of fear.
I love that quote. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. All right, Jenny, thank you so much for sharing your story today. I'm sure people who are watching this video, myself included, have taken away something valuable from your journey.
Yeah, thank you, MJ, for having me for this amazing interview. And you're also an amazing communicator yourself. I met MJ during the Art of Negotiation workshop, and when she started to negotiate, she blew me away. So thank you, MJ.
Thank you for your kind words. And thank you for watching, everyone. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or want to reach out to Jenny.
Thank you.